During a beautiful flight, lots of things can go wrong, and they can go horribly wrong. Today I'm going to show you how to deal with emergencies such as wind shears on landings, engine failure, and stall. So we'll start off with an engine failure. So let's say our engine just failed. Oh my god, what we are gonna do? So first thing we should do is try to restart the engine. Let's say this did not give us any success and we not succeeded in turning our engine on again. Okay, that's bad. What should we do? Well, always fly the plane. No matter what happens, fly the plane. Notify the ATC of the problems that you are currently experiencing and look for a good place to land. I personally recommend airports or runways. However, some airfields, fields and stuff can work. Okay, so we are having the difficulty over the city where we are gonna land. Try to glide as far as it is possible. You should not extend flaps all the way out because in some smaller aircrafts they can actually slow you down a lot. Because of that, we're gonna be gliding on a perfect angle of attack, which every single plane has, and you should know the perfect angle of attack for your aircraft. So let me move my camera a bit forward for landing, and let's find a good place to land. Those fields in front of us are looking quite good. However, I'm just gonna land there. I don't think I have any other options yet. Okay, I'll try to land after this concrete thingy. Okay, good. We're going fast. Let's extend the flaps now to slow us down and to have more control. Okay. Time for the road. Brakes. Brakes, 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 brakes. Brakes, brakes. Okay, now set the parking brakes, turn off the master, and that's it. That was landing with not really working engine. Now we can move towards the stall. Okay, we are back in the weird valley. That's alright. Stalls are not things which will appear normally on your flight. There is no chance that if you're operating a plane properly and you are not having any other difficulties, that stall will ever appear. What is stall? First of all, we need to understand that wings are generating lift. So if you put your wings up a bit too high up, you might have some problems with generating lift, and this thing is called stall. If you have a stall, you are losing altitude and speed, which are the two most critical things in aviation. So let me demonstrate what stall is now. Let's pull up. Let's wait for the stall warning, and let's turn off the throttle. Wait. Okay, we are having stall. Push the yoke, apply the power, and save your life. That was how to get out of a stall. So let's try that again. Okay, there is no lift. It's not looking good. The nose down and full power. You can practice it a bit. However, always make sure that you're around 3,000 feet or even more for safe stall experiencing stuff. Okay, so let's pull up again. Wait, we are losing speed and we push our nose down and full power. We're looking good and we are looking good. So that one was quite easy. Always care about your airspeed and you will never end up in such a high angle of attack with such a low speed, which can lead to stall. However, there are few sad scenarios when you cannot really fight against the stall. Well, if you are having difficulties with your engine just after the takeoff, you are in pretty bad situation, and possibly you cannot really make it out. Having a stall at like 1,000 feet or below is basically deadly because you have no time for reaction. The stall which we are training by pulling our aircraft up is very rare. It's called the deep stall. However, the stall which you can experience with engine manufacture after the takeoff or by the landing can lead to very serious accidents or even death. So now we're gonna talk about going around. Hello and welcome to beautiful Madeira, one of the most extreme airports for landings, and we have lots of winds here. Today we are experiencing something around 14 knots of wind. It is not so much, however you have to consider that this is quite a bumpy approach, and if something goes wrong, we'll have to go around. How do you go around, you may ask? It's quite intuitive. Apply full power and pull your yoke as you are taking off. Okay, so we are having quite unstable approach because of winds. Small series does not really like those winds. I don't really like them. So let's go for a landing, and something can probably go wrong. We are having huge crosswinds and wind shears as well. Wind shears can sometimes be can have twice as much speed as normal wind, which is extremely dangerous, and they can also have totally different direction, which also can have bad results. Okay, so landing's looking good, I think. However, I think we might be a bit too high. I'll try to land though. And if it seems like you don't really want to land with such a wind, and if you get, oh my god, such a crosswind, just add full power, try to get your aircraft safe. It's a safe operation again. Let's now climb steadily. So that was a small representation of going around, and now Tower will give you a set of instructions to basically enter a traffic pattern, and you can retry your landing. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about safety of aviation, and I hope it may sometime in future help you. This was because just purely for educational purposes, and you should not be using in real world. So as usually, if you have any questions in the comments, ask them down, and see ya.